It took defeating the team from the Pink City to show us all that our cricket is back in the pink affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, point number 1, point number 2. Finally, after 8 games, wherever you are, enjoy, savor the moment. We all are back. Guys, we did it! Finally on the table! Come on! Well, I thank you for stopping me, guys. Just to tell you, I almost did the Ganguly. I was like, bro, not today. Not today. But come on, how good was the game?
Absolutely.
I liked how we made that also a tough nail-biting chase.
19वें ओवर तक लेके जाना है 19वें ओवर तक
But I think it's a good, like, एक तो बोझ हल्का हो गया, to be very honest, बहुत stress था वो. So we finally have gone past that mark. अभी I think just figure out the combination.
छोड़ दे, no.
बस जीतना.
आज जीत गए, we've got it. Guys, comments. इतना मारो मेरे मुंह पे आज comments. I just want to see all of that love.
Blue hearts are very spamming Chidu.
This is on YouTube. This is on YouTube.
That's crazy.
On Instagram as well. Only blue hearts. Only blue hearts.
I think it's just so much of satisfaction because it comes after 8 wins, you know.
Yeah.
Hold up. Parth Patel on YouTube says, finally we won and now hope to catch you all at social. We have to go!
I love it. Oh my God, social. I'm so happy that this has happened for both of us. 16 destinations, each and every one of them, guys. Wherever we are, doesn't matter. Paltan, bhar do social ko yaar. We have been waiting for what, 3.5, 4 weeks now, probably more.
Pura mahina.
Mahina ho gaya, and it's finally come. Wherever you are, around the globe, savor this moment. It's tough time for being an MI fan right now, but guys, today we've all earned a little bit of happiness, a little bit of smile, and a little bit of love. Samiksha's ready with something. Go on.
I have a comment here. Vivek on Instagram says, David, Sam, Tilak, Surya, just amazing. The best gift for Rohit Sharma.
Absolutely true.
Yeah.
In fact, even Ananya on Twitter says this is the best gift Rohit can get on his birthday. Let's make it another one from next game onwards. So onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards. किसी और का birthday आ रहा है?
I don't know.
अपने team से, हाँ? क्योंकि सचिन पाजी के birthday पे तो unfortunately we couldn't gift him anything. But man, I will take this gift happily. What a performance, yaar. And again, unfortunately at the top of the order, I'm not going to discuss negatives today. आज बात ही नहीं करना है. Only positives.
Correct.
We have a lovely cameraman in our studio who literally before we was finishing off the game,
Correct.
he said आज, and he does a great mimicry of me. And he said आज तो हाँ होने वाला है. That's all I'm going to do for the next 15 odd minutes. Guys, tell me I would love to hear your moment of the game. Today is our first victory. I keep saying it. Tell me what for you changed the game, and we have everyone here just looking at our phones, finding the best comments.
Exactly. In fact, didn't I say, Sam's will come and he'll become the star, and that 6 happened. So that was like really magical. It was satisfactory, and I think they've really done well today. Right up from the bowling to the batting. I think it's been complete package, and it's like blue hearts.
And a consistent positive has been Tilak Verma. The way he has played, and I think only thing jo missing here from Surya is he needs to finish, like end tak rehna and see us through. But then that's fine. He's doing really well. Surya and Tilak.
We are not discussing the negatives.
It's a positive. Tilak is a big positive dude.
But that's true. I think he put a positive swing on it. And finally, I get to say this. That I've been begging, pleading, and you guys have been using the hashtag #MISliceMoment. And today we can finally flex our moment and get the lucky fans who had put the correct hashtag, and we'll ask them, guys, welcome to the Blue Army of Fun. Oh my God, guys, come on, let's just have some roaring in the house first. Can we just hear you guys go, come on? Yes. All right, I'm going to start with each one of you all. Start with the left, and of course, the pretty ladies to start off with. Dia, what was for you the MI Slice moment of today?
I think for me the highlight was Karthik's entire bowling actually, because that was something we didn't really see coming. All of us, when we saw him get included in the playing 11, I think everybody was like, what's happening? What's with this sudden change? And he did very well for us. So I think that would definitely be the MI Slice moment for me.
Okay. Godfrey, आपका MI Slice moment कौन सा है?
मेरे हिसाब से तो the wicket of Josh Butler. I mean, after getting hit for 4 sixes, when he got that wicket of Josh Butler and the way he celebrated, like that has to be the slice moment of the game today.
Okay.
But Godfrey, do you think that was of course, your moment of the day, but was that also the turning point, you know, where I think Rajasthan fell 25 to 30 short over there?
Exactly. If Josh Butler would have continued there, I mean, there could have been many more runs scored, but because of the wicket over there, I guess that changed the entire thing in MI's favor.
Yeah, but look, I mean, I know we're all super excited, and I know I promised that we're not. Spandan, I know you're in blue, but your heart is pink. Mate, tough loss, and look. If I had to put my finger on a team this season to say the most complete team, I think after probably arguably with Gujarat Titans, it's your team as well. Where do you think you guys fell short today, and where do you think MI finally got the better of the Royals from Rajasthan?
I think we lost it in the middle overs. I mean, we were going pretty fine, and then suddenly Kartikeya's bowling slowed it up. And even Butler, with his touch, he was falling short. And there was, 4 to 5 overs without a boundary.
Yeah.
And that is where we fell short. I think 170 would have been a good score. And another thing was 𝑳𝑰𝑽𝑬. 𝑳𝑰𝑽𝑬 could have finished it better, I think.
Yeah.
And that was a poor finish.
I wish I could show you Kunal's face
I
right
was
now.
just about to ask you the same question.
I saw his notes. It says 𝑳𝑰𝑽𝑬 didn't take a run, and you literally took the words out of his mouth. Yeah. Just like 𝑳𝑰𝑽𝑬, unfortunately for you guys, took the victory away. But look, it's a long season, and I'm sure Kunal has a bunch of other questions as well. That's why he's such a good host there. Go on.
But bro, did you really want 𝑳𝑰𝑽𝑬 to keep strike? Because usually I understand, if Pollard रहता, or if there's Dhoni or someone, you know, like Russell on the crease, so it's understandable. But सामने Bolt है, so he can also smack a few, right?
Yeah. I think he should have rotated it and took it to past 160, I guess.
मतलब चौथे बॉल पे अगर रन देना ही था एक निकाल के बॉल को तो मतलब पहले के 3 ओवर भाग लेते बट ठीक है कोई नहीं.
He backed his skills, that's all.
Yeah, but Rohit से ज़्यादा strike rate था लेकिन.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, fair enough. Look, bro, Spandan, I'm not going to argue with you guys. Literally today, our rejoicing is coming from the first victory where you guys are literally almost on top of the table. But I think I'm going to stick to the fact that I think this season our role as a team is completely different. We're the party poopers and not the party starters. So we're going to ruin someone's party at the end of the season with a performance here and there. Today, unfortunately, you guys bear the brunt of I think a very mature innings from Tilak Verma, some very good bowling from a bunch of our bowlers. And I can see Binaisha excited in the corner, so I'm going to let her take it away. Go on.
Before that, on the same context. So there's a comment exactly जो अभी तूने बोला था Chinu about there's Parth Patel on YouTube who says we just won this one and now let's win next remaining matches and let's make the other team's chances qualify less and make the points table interesting.
Yes,
like you mentioned.
Let's be party spoilers. Diya, Surya Kumar Yadav has been in terrific form. He's crossed 2,000 IPL runs for the Mumbai Indians. What were your thoughts when Surya was going absolutely berserk, playing those mighty shots out of the park?
Firstly, I was really happy to see him come at 3. I had been missing that for a while. I mean, he has been the savior for us in many games. Unfortunately, the luck was also not on our side in this season, but he did almost save a lot of games for us. So I expected him to play well. So I was just really happy.
Yeah, I think all of us. And look, again, unfortunately, Bumrah not amongst the wickets. But I think everyone came onto the party. We'll get to Bumrah in a bit. But congratulations to Sky. 2,000 runs for the Mumbai Indians in IPL cricket. I think this is what Kunal has been talking about for the last 3 odd episodes, saying he was hoping that Sky plays the role of an anchor. I'll tell you what, let me explain something to you guys. When I say anchor, it doesn't mean you have to be defensive, right? Counter-attacking cricket is part of being an anchor. But I think there's just a little bit of fear in the MI squad. And I want to come to you about this point where free-flowing players like Devol Brevis, Tilak Verma, Ishan Kishan have already been given the license in yesteryear to go out and express themselves. Now because we don't bat deep, I think there's a fear. So they want to play free-flowing cricket, but at the same time, if they know if they lose their wicket, it's going to cost them plenty. And this is what so it was so good to see Sky take up that role and be the Sky of 2 seasons ago, where you see him tapping his chest and saying, "I got this," right?
Yeah, definitely. And I like you said that we have been, because we've been consistently losing games. I think some at one point or the other, everybody would have that thing in their mind that even if they would think twice before playing their natural game.
True.
So I was just really happy to see Sky played the way he did, and I'm very sure there's more of this coming. Like, somebody also said onwards and upwards. I very strongly believe that that's what's going to happen. Let's not think about the playoffs, but let's just enjoy playing now. I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Enjoy playing, definitely. Rijin Gautam on YouTube says that is Karthikeya our lucky charm? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And also we are missing Brevis in today's match.
Yeah.
यार we are missing Brevis, but
किसके
मुझे
बदले?
ये वाला
Yeah.
हाँ किसके बदले
Yeah,
ये मैं
Godfrey,
पूछ रही थी।
would you have Brevis in this squad? I mean, look, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. That's a rule I live by. But look, would you somehow make still a change here and there? Probably get Brevis in this playing 11. Godfrey, can you hear me?
Yeah. So, I mean, if Tim David hadn't played that cameo the way he did today, I guess Devil Brevis coming back in the next game would have been almost a certainty. But Tim David showed something that, I mean, there was a lot of hype when the auction happened that he was the person who hit the most sixes in 2022 across all formats, across all T20s, I guess. So coming with that reputation, everyone thought that he's going to leave an impact, which unfortunately didn't happen in the start of the season. Today he got a chance in place of Devil Brevis, and many were still confused at why get Tim David again when Devil Brevis was doing good in the past two games. But I mean, anyways, we are, as we already just mentioned, that we just need to enjoy the game now.
Yeah.
I guess give Tim David a few more chances, let him play. I'm not sure if Devil Brevis comes in place of whom is he going to come, but I guess Tim David shouldn't be dropped.
Okay.
As far as Devil Brevis is concerned, maybe a bit later. I don't think in the very next game.
I agree that Tim David काफी अच्छा किया उसने आज, so he could stay. But then at the same time, someone like Devil Brevis long term के लिए काफी फायदेमंद होगा. But again, apart from this, I think there was a lot of stress. I actually want to ask MI fans. Let's go for Diya this time. 6 ball में जब भी the match actually was technically अपने हाथ में. Like we were about to win this one, but फिर भी stress था कि नहीं? Because we were all stressed कि यार we might even lose from this situation.
Yeah, because see, the season has been really strange that way, where we have we've lost the matches that we were clearly winning. So that was definitely there in the back of my mind, and I mean, ये easy वाला match भी ऐसे लग रहा था nail biter हो गया last तक. So that was definitely something that
Lackluster
was
shot, you think, by Pollard to kind of give it away. I mean, we don't bat deep this season. Excuse me, and I thought it was just.
He needed 4 runs of 6, and we didn't need that shot at that moment, right?
Spandan, do you think, I mean, again, I need to come to you because I think you guys this season are a championship team, something that we've been proud of over the years. Do you think somewhere just that lack of responsibility is what, and I'd love to get an outsider's perspective, is what's kind of pulling us down? Is a lackluster shot like that from one of the most experienced players when it's 4 required of 6?
Yeah, I think Ishan Kishan was pulling Rohit down for more than a couple of matches, and and so he was down on confidence, and today Rohit's performance I expect more from him, and it might be responsibility as you said, but I think winning one will get him on the good track.
Yeah.
But Godfrey, we saw that partnership beautifully build up between Tilak as well as Surya. Surya goes out, then suddenly we see when Tilak goes out. You think that was somewhere some lapse in concentration?
A bromance.
Oh, exactly. Or you think was that some bromance which was kind of broken at that point of time?
If you remember, back even when MI faced Rajasthan in the previous game. There was this situation when Chahal, I guess, picked up 2 quick wickets in succession.
Yes.
Tilak Verma was looking really in good touch. He had made a 50 or something and then got out. And there were 2 wickets which went immediately. So it kind of gave the similar vibes. We were a bit nervous. थोड़ा सा लगा कि hope एक collapse ना हो जाए अभी. But at the end, I guess Tim David was there, and Pollard although didn't make much runs, but he had that. You have the assurance that a senior player hai ek end se, so maybe even if the match goes till the wire, you can get over the line and win the game. But yeah, वो time पे थोड़ा ऐसा डर लगा कि अभी दोनों एक साथ चले गए. So, but at the end, we got 2 points and that's enough for us today.
गौरव मुझे एक और बात बताओ. Do you see Tim David taking up, you know, Pollard का role, finisher का, and like considering a transition phase should start right now?
Yes, definitely. Because if you look, I mean, look, Pollard has undoubtedly been like MI के लिए तो he's a legend. Definitely.
Yeah.
Like, I've even read comments where there needs to be a statue of Pollard outside Wankhede.
Yeah.
And he's personally one of my favorites from MI. But if you look, like recently, he hasn't been performing consistently. Like he plays one good knock, and then there are a few knocks which aren't up to that level. And Tim David, if you look, he's someone who is like just new into this, you know, into this franchisee crickets and stuff. So there could be a question that maybe he could take up Pollard's role.
Fabian
maybe
Allen,
in the
how about
upcoming
that?
seasons,
Fabian
but
Allen?
As of now, I guess no. But yes, sending him late. I mean, if you notice that MI made a tactical strategy that they sent Tim David late, like when the spinners finished their overs, he just had to face a few balls by Chahal. So that was a good thing which MI did. They didn't send him earlier, which they were doing in the previous games. So yeah, coming at the end and finishing, that was what Pollard used to do. So it's good to see that if there is someone else other than Pollard as well who steps up.
Yeah.
Kabir, firstly, welcome back. And when you see we have Tim David's statistics now: 20 runs, 9 balls, strike rate of 222. I think he's been one of the key members of this Mumbai Indians setup today, and you know he's always had that big clear tag with him. Guys, what do you all think? You know,
Think
Tim,
fast. No,
give it.
Oh, he didn't flinch. I literally did that. Can you? Oh, nice. Easy peasy.
Thank you.
No, go on. Yeah, sorry, I just check your reflexes.
Tim David in this setup,
Yeah.
did you think that, you know, he would be that person they would send in late? Of course, very well judged on that front that he is better amongst pacers.
Yeah.
But I think when he came in, the situation was slightly dicey. And I think he took on that role very nicely to finish
Absolutely.
off that innings well. So do you think he's that perfect fit we are looking for?
That's
Or
a
do you
great
think that
question.
Brevis is going to be thinking of getting back into this side?
I'll take that. I'll take that. You, pehle aap? Pehle
Yeah,
aap?
yeah.
Pehle
No,
aap?
pehle to, I think there are two different roles over here. Tim David as a finisher, Brevis at the top order.
Yeah.
That is how I look at it. So I don't know how, but if at all Pollard ne just suddenly West Indies se retirement le liya, if he is deciding to not play after a year or two, then I would want someone like Tim David jo finish kar raha hai, and Brevis jo top order mein khel raha hai. So those spot mein
I would say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I think any logical cricketing fan, I'm sure you would also
Any
agree that I
logical
think
cricketing
the roles
fan.
are very different.
Yeah.
Brevis would be someone who will come at either 3 or 4 max, maybe 5, and
But
number
see, you
6
have
or
to
7.
see the tactical changes that they had to drop Brevis to get in a Tim David.
Yes,
so, you know,
absolutely.
I won't say we are
It
spoiled
becomes a
for,
bigger problem.
I won't say we are
Not yet.
spoiled for choices at the
Not
moment.
yet, yeah,
We are
yeah.
not spoiled for choices.
Do you
But I
think we
think
get lucky today? I think it was just a good performance.
it was a good performance.
On
I
a
think
wicket that wasn't playing
it was
very
a sticky
well.
wicket.
Right?
It was a sticky wicket. And as soon as the games, you know, we move forward in this tournament, the wickets are going to get slower. The spinners are coming more into play here. There's going to be a lot of wear and tear to see.
So, but again, it doesn't make sense to have 2 finishers. ऊपर से next season जब Jofra आ रहा है, he too can smack a few. And it's not just a bowler who can bat, he can actually smack properly, confidently. So, it doesn't make sense to have Tim David and Pollard and Jofra, जो तीनों hit करने का काम मतलब क्षमता रखते
Dude,
हैं.
dare I say?
No, I'm not rating Jofra in that phase.
Who's Shamita for so long?
No, क्षमता.
You've been being rather naughty in the last few episodes,
If
huh?
you notice, जितने भी पहले मैच आ रहे हैं ना, उसमें ना काफी यंगस्टर्स थे, तो यंगस्टर्स पे प्रेशर उतना आ रहा था. Now, if at all we consider dropping down Pollard, then this all makes sense.
Ooh, and it's a very gutsy thing, but it is. I think it looks like it. At least next season, once Jofra is fit and raring to go, Jofra can't.
We need to
him
have
soon
that
enough.
backup option.
But look, I think that's when what you said might come in handy. That then Pollard's current form comes in form. But
Into
look,
the picture,
we're jumping long ahead. We won our first game of the season today. Let's probably stick to the present and enjoy.
Let's remain grounded.
Yeah.
You know, same
I
way in
have to
victories.
read
Oh, I
this
think we're
comment.
firmly grounded. Yeah, we can't afford to be. Go on,
I
Subisha.
have to read this comment.
Yeah.
You should read this comment.
It's our time. The YouTube page says it's our time. Pollard has given so many memories to us, but it's hard to say. But it's hard to say. We need to replace him with baby AB because after all, we need more strong baby AB and it's a power hitter.
Can I tell you something though? It really hurts me to even think about, because look, Pollard is not a man, he's a legend for MI.
Yeah.
True.
But I'll tell you what we don't realize is today he bowled that 1 over for 8 runs.
Correct.
If that had gone for
in the
20,
last
21
match,
runs.
even in the last match,
it
if
would
you
have
see,
been-
he did the same thing. So if he's dropping down, मतलब अगर ठीक है batting में नहीं हो रहा है, but he's trying to give, you know, either in his fielding or bowling, वो कर रहा है, but it's just that, you know, something is lacking. Overall, अगर हम लोग देखें तो
You're right.
किधर ना किधर पीछे पड़
I
रहे
think something that we take pride in the MI squad is backing up players, right?
Yeah. True.
And we've seen that with the Pandya brothers, with Bumrah. Bumrah used to be extremely expensive, if you
Yes.
remember, when he
Yes.
came.
Yes.
Going at 8 to 10 runs and over consistently. They backed him. They saw something in him, and everyone else made fun of a weird slingy action.
Yeah.
Right? The MI squad, the think tank saw something that no one else did. I remember as a fan be like, who's this lanky little guy who clocks up a 140, 142?
True.
But I don't see him. And the guy is arguably the best
But I think,
bowler.
Chinu, at this point of time, I think Pollard needs just that one performance. You know, if he gets
Yes.
that one performance in the bag,
He's
his
back and
confidence will be
But do you
boosted.
think if he does get, at this age, if he gets it, do you think it can kind of start steamrolling into a massive rejuvenation
He still has
of his
a lot
career?
of cricket left
He does,
in him.
right?
He has a lot of cricket, and he can be a destructive powerhouse for the opposition when he gets going. So yes, I think he will come back in form, maybe just one innings, and I think we'll have the same old big Pollard back
Oh,
in
we're
form.
all waiting for
We're
it, though.
waiting
We
for
all
it.
are.
Absolutely.
The
After
big
all, we
man.
have nothing to lose right now. तो अभी तो मतलब करना ही है, मतलब
True.
जितने भी 6 मैचेस बचे हुए हैं, I think we are.
He should
on
enjoy
form.
himself.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
play his brand of
And that's
cricket.
the
You know,
thing.
the
That's
big
true.
West Indian
Express.
style. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think Pollard has done so much for us.
Yeah, yeah.
It's time to, मतलब इसका stress मत लो, just enjoy the game for real.
गलती
And Pollard will
माफ
be
है
really
यार.
great without all the stress as well.
True,
Just
true,
imagine
true.
इतना stress.
We have
लेके-
enough stress already with this season.
Yeah.
We don't need an extra stress. Oh my God, what's going to happen? But look, let's get the fans back on, because why enjoy alone? Welcome back, Kabir. Man, hard luck, buddy, and heart goes out to you. You guys have been a champion team, probably, definitely making it in the top 4. Again, I'm going to ask this again. Where do you think you guys lost out today? For me, it's probably maybe Hethma in the last over not taking the runs, or probably Joss Butler's wicket, or probably dropping Surya Kumar Yadav. I mean, which one for you was the moment that kind of changed the game in MI's tide?
I mean, all three were quite impactful. If I had to pick one, I would say Joss Butler's innings in the middle overs. It was uncharacteristically slow.
Right.
He doesn't usually play like that, so
Right.
that was not fun to see. Other than that, I would also like to mention Tim David's outburst, and I would also like to remind you that RR had bid on Tim David first auction. Mein I was hoping that we get him. Nahi hua. Sad.
बस बोल्ट ले लिए
It
यार,
would go
खुश
to
रहो.
the-
You all got Bolty, man. Unfortunate for him again. Wasn't up to the mark today. Do you think it's pressure, or it's maybe? Do you think Sanju Samson had a couple of lapses in judgment as a captain, maybe bowling him a little early, not saving him for the death, or do you think he did the best he could?
We had an over of Bolt left in the last over. Abhi chance to bahut kam tha, but I think still maybe he could have given him that over. And yeah, Sanju Samson has been a risky captain. We've seen that.
Yeah.
Daryl Mitchell ko he gave an over.
Yeah.
So he takes those kind of decisions, and when they pay off,
Yeah.
we congratulate him. Otherwise,
Fair enough.
he can keep talking like that. But I back him. But yeah, kind of controversial captaincy today, definitely.
I think Thunder is missing Boom and Boom is missing Thunder. दोनों एक साथ बहुत deadly थे, but somehow as they have
Missing
been
the
separated.
MI, yeah.
But anyway, Diya, Rohit Sharma, it's actually past the birthday उसका. But then आपको अगर message देना होगा Rohit Sharma को for the next game, what would that be?
I would just like to tell him that, you know, he had said this thing which screenshot is very popular, that whether we win, whether we lose, we have to smile. I would want him to continue smiling. I would want him to continue doing whatever he is doing. It will work out. Personally, his performances, I don't think have been disappointing as much as like people say, because he has he has made a lot of quick runs for us. I think he should just keep going that way, and it will click definitely. And we all just love him so much, and we'll continue to support him no matter what happens.
Yeah.
Well said.
Of course, next match, Diya, we have the Mumbai Indians facing Gujarat Titans. We have our main man Hardik Pandya, who's going to be playing against the Mumbai Indians. But before that, before you give your take on that match, I want to know one thing. You've always supported Rohit wholeheartedly. What has been your one most memorable Rohit moment on field?
I think so after we won the 2017 IPL, in his typical pose, he ran with his hand up in the air, and I think that memory is just etched in my head. And that was a last ball thing, and he gave, the last ball thing where anything could have happened and we won that game. I think that memory is something that I will never forget. And of course, his innings against RCB.
Oh, that was absolutely fantastic. Godfrey, if I have to ask the same question to you, mate. For you, standout performance, if you have to give Rohit one birthday wish right now, quickly, with a big smile on your face, what would you give?
It would be the century which he hit against KKR. I'm not remembering. I think it was 2014, if I'm not wrong. But that was really a memorable century, a really memorable innings in his favorite ground at Eden Gardens. That was one standout performance from him.
Fantastic. Guys, quickly before we let you guys get to your day and enjoy your evening.
Night
is almost 12. Tell me, next game against the Gujarat Titans, we're taking on Hardik Pandya, one of our beloved boys. Diya, thoughts quickly before I let you go.
It's going to be tough to watch him play, not for us, but for another team against us. But I feel like we got this. We have the momentum now. We are going to do well. And they are playing like champions, but we have been champions for a very long time. So I don't think we have much to fear, and we have nothing to lose.
Godfrey, do you agree with what Diya said?
I will just reiterate what she just said.
Okay.
Like they may be the champions right now on top of the points table, but we have been champions for almost a decade. So it's just different levels. We are here and they are still here. So
fair enough.
So
I'm sure Kabir. Sorry, Godfrey. I'm sure Kabir will be supporting MI as well because look, we beat the Titans. It just opens up the door for you, right?
Yes, perfect. Exactly.
Good man. So I think for the first time on an MI show, we've got the fans from both teams agreeing on something. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Kunal, talk us through this amazing game, man. Show us what has happened today.
Let's have a look at the match summary. Rajasthan Royals 20 overs, 158 for 6, and Mumbai Indians chasing it down in 19.2 overs, scoring 161 for 5. Sky scoring 51, Tilak 35, and Ishan Kishan 26. Ashwin picking 1 wicket, Prasidh, Chahal both picking 1 wicket each. I think it was a great game, and hopefully we'll build on this. And I think there were a lot of positives in the match.
And especially the player of the performance of the game, I beg your pardon, has to be the legend Suryakumar Yadav. Absolutely phenomenal. Got to 2,000 runs for MI today as well. 51 of 39 balls at a very, very healthy strike rate of 130.77. He gets our vote. He gets everyone's vote with those amazing tattoos as well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I can finally, after 8 games on the 9th one, sleep with a smile. And we will be back just before the game at 6:45. Taking on Hardik Pandya with this same smile. Don't you dare miss it for anything. Thank you so much, and we'll see you then. Good night. Bye-bye.